Something driving is what I'd like to do. Thank you. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Since we're doing introductions, I'm Sandrine.
Jared.
Good. Well, your characters go through a lot. Your characters go through an awful lot of stuff, and even though both Sam and Dean have a lot of hope, like there's a lot of hopeless things that happen to them.
Geez, thanks.
You're welcome. As an actor, since you get into your character a lot and you handle them for a long time, do you have to do something to kind of not have that feeling that life is hopeless? Like, you seem to be a pretty outgoing guy, so.
Well, thank you. Yes, I do feel like I'm affected by the work I do. And that sounds cheesy, maybe, like, and I'm not by any means like I am artiste, with a beret. But I do feel like it's amazing what, I guess, the only acting I care about is trying to find the reality, and in trying to find reality, it's a big oxymoron. It's impossible. So to find the reality, you have to create a reality, which, astrophysicists or something should talk about, not me. But I do feel like it affects me. And so sometimes I just gotta go out for a jog. I'm a big jogger, so I try to run every day and just keep myself based and grounded. And it's like an hour I have with nobody else, away from my wife, my kid, my job, the world around me. I just put my iPod on, listen to Groove is in the Heart, and just go to town. I've said Groove is in the Heart an awful lot. It deserves it. It deserves it. But yes, it does affect. Thank you for asking. Yes.
What's going on? I've always wanted to say this in the Dean voice. Sammy.
That's pretty good, man.
Is it good?
I appreciate it.
Anyways, quick suggestion and one question. How about having Zach coming on the show as a guest star as maybe Bobby's illegitimate Hunter son?
Zach specializes in illegitimacy. So
that was a secret, Jared.
This thing's not on, is it? Hey, I'd love it. This guy is a busy bee, so we'd obviously love, as I'm sure y'all guys would, to have him up, but he's got...
I have no comment about that whatsoever. Of course I'd love to do your show.
That'd be amazing.
The reason why I did NerdHQ is just to get people like you to invite me on their shows. That's really why I... Right now I've got job offers from Supernatural, Psych. I'm doing very well. What's your question?
So my question is, one of my favorite episodes was in season 4, I believe, the gin episode with Dean.
That's not a question.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just trying to say that if you were in Dean's shoes in that episode, and
which
it was
one,
about...
Which one was it again?
It was the gin episode where...
I thought when you said gin, I thought you meant Genevieve. The gin, the genie.
Yeah, the genie.
Got it.
The
Sorry.
genie episode. So, like, let's say Sam...
the gin episode.
That's a good one.
That was a great episode.
Anyways, if let's say Sam was in Dean's shoes in that episode and he was caught by the djinn, how would you like it to be that life in heaven or whatever?
Man, I think Sam would like to like that. I think Sam prays that he could find something like that and enjoy it. But I think Sam and Dean both have been in the past at least. It's new this year because he's unencumbered. But Sam and Dean in the past have been kind of too fiercely loyal to themselves and to their family and to the real world to let themselves get lost in fantasies, even though they live in a fantasy. So I think he'd probably find his way out. Thanks, man. Yes.
Back here.
Back where?
Back here. Way back here.
Wave your hand. Back in the back. There you go.
Kind of getting away from Supernatural for a minute. I want to know how it felt when you were on the set of Friday the 13th to be face to face with Jason in them dark situations.
Simply put, it was badass, man. I was like, there's this huge dude, it's a Jason. Oh my gosh, it is Jason. I'm shooting this movie. It was in Austin, Texas, my home. And I got to do this iconic movie. And I guess they aired it here on Friday the 13th. People are still around. It was amazing, man. I grew up watching horror movies and sci-fi and thrillers, and it was cool to sit there. Derek Mears is an awesome guy. And Derek Mears, funny enough, as a rap present, he gave me a few graphic novels. And I haven't been a big graphic novel reader. I mean, as a kid, I read comic books and I've read stuff here and there, but he gave me this packet of graphic novels. And he's like, dude, you got to read these. They're badass. They'd make a great movie or television show someday, and you should be in it. And I was like, cool, man, thanks. It was The Walking Dead. Yeah. And they were great. And I read them, and I was like, these are so cool. But anyways, the show's great. But I guess it's over now. But anyways, I loved it. I enjoyed it. I got to get beat up by the biggest, coolest guy. I remember working out really hard before I did the movie, because there's a scene where I don't really beat him up, but I kind of get the better of him. And I was thinking as a fanboy, I was like, man, if I saw some Pretty Boy Vidal Sassoon commercial beat up Jason, I'd be pissed off. And so I was like in the gym, like, don't look like a little wuss. Don't look like a little wuss. And going at it. So I put on like 15 pounds for the movie. But it was wicked, man. I got to go back and watch it. I haven't watched it in a while. Thank you. Cheers.